One of your best ways to actually increase your performance on your paid marketing is to actually focus on your efforts on your post-click experience. In this video today, we're going to be covering the layouts of a landing page and what it actually takes to have a successful landing page for your D2C brand. For those of you who watch my videos, you know I am trying to increase both the quantity of videos I'm pushing out and also the quality. I've mixed up the background, I've got the lighting all set up, and hopefully the videos will be looking much more crisp as we continue to record. Cue the intro. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rahul. If you're new here, I'm the head of paid at Reach Digital, and on this channel I talk about everything to do with the e-commerce and paid ads. Now in this particular video we're going to cover everything from the header to the footer, everything you need to actually have in a high performing landing page, what you should be actually including in the copy, and also how to actually get started on this process. So let's start with the very first thing when it comes to a landing page, the hero. Now the hero is the first thing a consumer is going to see when they directly land on your page. It ideally consists of the following: a large header that's going to tell a consumer how your brand or your product is going to help them, along with an image or an image of your product or offer and what that offer is actually to the consumer. And finally, inside of that header, it'll include either a call to action or some type of subheading which is going to tell a user what to do next. Your headline should capture what your product or brand does in under 10 words. Ideally, you want to show a consumer why you should be using them or why you can solve your problem better than other brands can. Now, as we scroll down, we've got the user's attention. We scroll down further, we're able to hit the brag bar now. Now, the brag bar can include one of two things. It can either be a PR, some type of PR logo, you might be featured on Forbes or whatever it is, some type of press release. And then the second one will be some type of quote. Now, this can be from an existing customer, or if you're a new brand, it could be from someone in the family who've used your products. But ideally, you want to show off a quote, not that actually shows how good your product, but how it actually helped solve your problem. Ways you actually can optimize the brag bar is looking at your current audience. If they're under 30, you want to think about, our PR logo is going to be really helpful for that audience. Do they really care about where you've been featured? Or do they care more about the quotes on how you're actually helping customers solve that particular problem? Whereas an more older demographic might care about more, where you've been featured. They might trust those publications a bit more. So you might actually put out those PR logos as it's more relevant to that demographic. Now, once we've actually gone past the brag bar, we're going to come to the main part, which is actually making the sale. It is your shop section. Now, this is the most important part of the page. You're going to do majority of your selling here. You want to show off to your customer what's so special about your product and brand, what you're going to offer them, ideally if it's a discount, some type of bundle, or even a free gift with the purchase. You want to make sure you include your reviews in there. Show reviews of past customers and what they say about your brand. And the last thing I'd include in the shop section is actually to tell the consumers what is actually inside of the package or the bundle. Make sure you go through everything from the ingredients to the products that they're going to be receiving. Now, if we keep scrolling further, if they're still not convinced, we make sure that we go on to the how it works and the value props of the actual product. Now, if your product's a bit more complicated or new to the market, you might want to show a step through on how to actually use your product and how it would make sense in someone's regular life. If your product is quite self-explanatory, you can use this section to talk about more features or benefits that you haven't mentioned at the top of the page. Now, these benefits can be as simple as free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee, keto friendly, any of the following. Make sure you try to include as much value as you possibly can. Now, once you've gone through the benefit section, you want to come down closer towards the comparison chart. Now, the comparison chart is quite common across a lot of brands. And basically what's that doing is comparing your product versus the rest of the brands. You don't have to actually directly call out these brands. I'm not sure what the, legality is between calling out the brands if you're giving incorrect information. There could be some situations, but what we like to do with our clients is make sure, our brand is on the left-hand column. It's got all the ticks with all the value props that it solves. And then we compare it directly with other brands, but don't actually name those brands. And I'm pretty sure a consumer can actually figure out what those brands might be based on the features we're comparing against those. Now, something I haven't actually mentioned is every section that you're going through during this landing page, make sure you have a CTA for each section. You want to make sure you capture the click as frequently as possible, while also having a scrolling CTA when they're scrolling on their mobile. Now the last part of your page is going to be your review section. This might be very similar to your brag bar. If not, you want to make sure your reviews actually speaks volume towards your brand and your product. Include quotes that are showing people that have actually used your product and it actually helps solve a problem for them. You want to make sure you want to include live testimonials. Now on some brands we actually include screenshots of people posting on their Instagram, either on story or feed, about our brands that we manage. Now this way it looks actually way more organic. When you include these screenshots directly in your landing page, it shows these are real people talking about your brand and real life reviews. So that's the ideal structure of what you actually need in a high converting landing page for your D2C brand. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll make sure to answer them as soon as possible. If you'd like me to make an extended version of this video and really dive deeper into this, what it actually takes to write the copy, please let me know in the comments below. I can make a full version. For this video in particular, I try to keep it short and sweet, try push out as much value as I possibly can in the limited time I have. My next video is going to be talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday checklist. I know it is a bit delayed, but hopefully I'll get this out by next week if I can record it in time. If you guys have any other suggestions for other videos you'd like to see, please leave them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys next week.